Our F1 season brings us to Brazil for the Sao Paulo Grand Prix. It's time to determine starting positions for the sprint race here in qualifying.
Okay, so Joe has slipped down to third after his first run, so he's having a second go. He's got Charles Leclerc up ahead of him. It's a bit of a chase. Now, we did a 19.0 in the first sector. It's a green first sector, so that's an improvement. Now they're coming up to a McLaren that's going slow, so it's going to be crucial. If he gets a yellow in the second sector, I may abort this lap. There is that McLaren. Is that McLaren going to hold us up? I sadly fear it will, unless it pulls to one side. Slightly compromise the entrance, but it is a green second, so we'll hopefully see the end, but no purple, so he's 2.247 behind, and he's moved up. He's moved up alongside Leclerc, so a good lap there for Joe, and depending on what the others do, he'll be starting on the front row for the sprint.
We're back and the action is set to get even better today as the drivers go racing in the sprint. And after a season of sprints, this is the last one of the year. This circuit is certainly no stranger to overtakes, so I think we're in for a good one.
Points go to the top finishers in the sprint, and with no mandatory pit stops, it's all about the racing on the track.
Well, no doubts there'll be plenty of action today here at the Sao Paulo Sprint. 24 laps around Interlagos awaits these drivers in what should be an entertaining sprint.
The 100-kilometer dash around Sao Paulo is typically packed full of overtaking opportunities, making for a thrilling event as the season nears the end.
A sprint victory and points up for grabs right here. 24 laps around Sao Paulo in today's sprint. It's lights out and away we go.
Okay, so as planned, Porcher is retiring the car, so we'll do that. As Joe eyes up a pass on the Alpine, so that'd be a good start. There's a few soft and hard runners. I'm surprised at that. Okay, so we're going to take this easy a little bit. We don't want to be too aggressive here. We just want to get through the sprint. Okay, we need to just deploy a bit here, just to try and hold our position. I'm happy behind Piastri. So first lap of Interlagos is complete, and we've held our position, so... Okay, so DRS is enabled, so crucial to try and stay within that gap. And luckily the DRS comes straight into action down the back straight. So we just want to try and keep on the back of these two now. Let them fight it out. We're not going to go too aggressive with our tyres. They are. So tyres could become critical at the end of this. But yeah, if we can hang on to the back of these two, while at least they fight, it will make for... we need to attack a bit. Need to just keep that second, because obviously we become vulnerable to Norris if we don't put our finger out here. And that's tight. The problem is we've not got the acceleration to get up the hill. I don't think we got DRS, so... Oh, we got DRS. Perfect. So just trying to hang on now to these two. Tantalising close. Problem is Piastri's getting out of the corners so much better than we are. Yeah, our acceleration is pretty rubbish. And it's a VSC. Okay, and a red flag. Well, okay. Oh, and that's going to be expensive for the Williams. Ah.
It's a standing restart now for the sprint. It's lights out and away
Okay,
we
so
go.
everyone else is on soft. And yet again, we have got a good launch on that Alpine. But this time we've held on to it. And we're pushing a little bit harder than we did last time. Okay, so we're just backing the pace off at the moment. We don't need to use it just yet. We want to keep up. We don't want to burn out. We can keep onto the back of that Red Bull and drag us away. That would be a fine little result. So managing the pace. Yeah, it's up the hill, is struggling, really struggling to get up the hill. Right, we need to deploy here a little bit. Just try as best as we can to hold on. But Leclerc is slow and I don't understand why. We might go past in a minute. I think it's almost certain we're going to go past. Leclerc has got a problem. Leclerc has definitely got some kind of a problem. And we're going to attack now. And we might have got the DRS there. If we've got DRS, this has worked beautifully for us. Yes, we got the DRS. So, into the lead we go. Now, if we can pull out a banzai lap. Just try and push it hard now, I think. Can we pull away from Leclerc? I don't know if we've got enough in the tank to pull this off, but we're giving it a go. It's hammer time. I don't think we're going to have enough here to do this. He's getting close though, he's getting very close to doing it, and I think he's done it. What a lap this is from him. He's absolutely pulled the pin. He's pulled the pin and he's dropped him. So, we'll carry on with the EOS. But he's pulled the pin, and this is like the good old days of the season. Haas up in front and pulling away. Surely Leclerc's going to come back at us, but he's slow for some reason. I don't understand why he's slow. VSC. We have a VSC, and that's come a really good point in this race for us.
We've got an incident here, and as I understand it, George Russell's involved.
So we've been holding for the majority, since we overtook Leclerc, we've been holding a 2 to 2.5 second lead. And with 3 laps to go, the virtual safety car now just pretty much nullifies this race, which is perfect for us because the fuel now we can just go gun-ho, get everything going, and we can just won't have to conserve anything. And we are now on to the last lap. We're still under VSC, so we're still waiting for that VSC to end. Surely it will end at some point during this this last lap, but it looks as if Joe has won the sprint race. What a result. I'm actually like, we've won so many races this season, and maybe we've taken them for granted, but to win when I don't feel we're the quickest, something's wrong with Leclerc, that's for sure, I'm fairly sure of that, but to win this race is just, and there we go, so it's ending. To be honest, I don't think we'll just go attack on the tyres. To be honest, I don't think you even need to attack, but just need to make sure we don't give them a chance to get in DRS. So you are looking at the sprint winner. Who would have thought that? It's been a while since we crossed the line first. Okay, it's only a sprint, but your new world champion has just won the sprint race. Get in. Great result. Hard work.
Joe first over the line. What a win there. What an achievement today for Zhou Guanyu.
What an outcome. They can go into the race full of confidence now.
There's today's sprint winner. It's Zhou Guanyu.
And what a well-deserved P1 finish that was. Absolutely outstanding.
What a win. I'm really pleased with that. I have to say, like, the last few races have been very difficult for us. We have been caught up in terms of performance. Obviously, Porcheva's got no part, so Porsche's not racing, although we are going to try him in the race because it's going to be a wet race. But yeah, Joe is still alive and kicking, and so is the Haas team.
The time has almost come for our drivers to fight it out wheel to wheel. Race day has arrived.
Brazil loves a home racer, and none more so than the brilliant Ayrton Senna. His victory here at Interlagos in 1991, fighting a broken gearbox, is one of the most emotional moments in F1 history. And the sun is shining bright here today. This is perfect weather for teams and drivers alike to show us what they're capable of.
And when it comes down to it, there's simply no telling what will happen here in the ups and downs of Sao Paulo. We're not too far away from the race start here as we edge closer to the 71 laps of the Sao Paulo Grand Prix. A lot of people will be keen to see just how Zhou Guanyu will fare today.
They're on pole and it's well deserved. I'm looking forward to seeing what they can do.
So let's see what today has in store, shall we? And now, it's time for the Sao Paulo Grand Prix. And it's lights out and away we go.
Okay, so it looks like everyone's on mediums. Yes, they are. So everyone's on the same strategy. It's Haas v Red Bull.
And here we've got a yellow flag.
Oh, he's crashed. He's crashed straight away. Oh, poor chair.
And there, the cars make contact. A bitter blow too for more than one driver from the pack.
Oh, that's just rotten, that is. Minor front wing damage. What else has he broken? Just the front wing. Okay, so that's okay. It's just the front wing damage. But yeah, not ideal. So he needs to make sure he doesn't do anything else stupid. Meanwhile up front, Joe is leading at the moment, but he's going to have his mirrors filled with Red Bull, I feel, for most of this. Unless he can gap them at the start, he's trying to, you know, and if Norris is going to interfere a little bit, which he's starting to, DRS is not enabled until after lap 2, so if we go for it, there's a possibility that we can break them. That's what we're trying to do here. So, good first lap. Haas has found a bit of pace somewhere. And he's really hammering this first lap. No need to play games here. It's one simple game. Push. Push, push, push. And it's eking up bit by bit. That magic second is tantalisingly close. Oh, it's so close now. And it's there. Good. 1.2. Got to keep pushing though.
Just keep on pushing.
Yeah, they've caught us already. Our acceleration up the hill is crap. No acceleration up the hill, and we've been caught, so no, nothing we can do, to be honest. I think we just got to bide our time a little bit. Top up, conserve, and I think we let them go. This is not going to help us. We've tried our best, but we're not quick enough. Ooh, hang on for a bit. We'll just hang on there. We'll get a bit of conserving done. We'll just back the pack up a little bit. It looks okay for that one, but I think that's more because we've held them up with our bad acceleration, because everyone's just constantly in and up behind us. Got raw power though, straight line speed. They're struggling with us, so well, that's interesting. Might be struggling acceleration, but out in front, once we get up to speed, not quite so straightforward. He might be through now though. Yeah, he had to launch it really. So yeah, they've used their tyres though, so we're getting to use their tyres to try and get past us. And in fact, it's not through, is he? Oh, he's going to dive it up here.
Good job.
We're making this really challenging for Leclerc, and we've kept it behind. Great driving by the new world champion. This is a champion's performance by Joe, and he's busting their tyres. Surely they'll get him here. Surely they'll get him. But top speed, we've got the best top speed, and it's showing. And he's got a good blind there. Yeah, well defended. So Joe doing a masterful job up front, and it's burning out their tyres, which could be crucial when the rain comes. So we're on course to pit when the rain comes. They're going to struggle a little bit if they carry on this. Oh, this is masterful. This is a masterful drive by Joe. Joe is doing a fantastic job. And he's having another go. This time he's going round the outside, so he might have more success with this one. Last time he went down the inside. Surely he's got him now. I think he's got him this time. He's got the inside line this time, so I think that might be end of move. Oh, he's having a blow back. He's trying, but
Keep pushing.
I think that's it now. So we managed to hold him off for 3 laps, which has burnt his tyres out. He's had to really push his tyres to get past, where we are conserving. The rain is coming about halfway through, so there's going to be rain in this race. So anything we can do to help us when the rain comes is much needed. And Joe's not giving this one up. So yeah, rain is forecast around lap 28. So rain around lap 28. So we do need to think about our tyres a bit, which is why I've got them on conservative. He's going around the outside. This could be an opportunity. Oh, this could be an opportunity. Not quite, but he's going. Oh, he's having a nibble at him. Joe is nibbling at the back of Leclerc. As long as we can stick with him. I think we've burnt his tyres out a bit, so he can't push as hard as he wants to. Because, like us, he knows that the rain is coming. The rain will come, and you need tyres. I don't think it's going to be an inter situation, rather than full wet. So we've just got to stay in there, save a bit of fuel where we can. There's a yellow flag. Oh, driver's locked up. Porsche is having a shocker, and I'm going to pull him in. There's no point now. I'm not having him break a car. So that's it. Porsche, get out of the race. Sorry, Porsche, but your season is now officially over. I gave you a chance, and you've just blown it. So that's it.
Sorry, mate. Need to retire.
There's no point in running this. The car is not quick enough. He's got no chance. So we can focus on Joe here, who is hanging on here. So this is going nicely. What's the other tyres like? Yeah, Leclerc's is definitely the worst. Well, there's a few back there, but they're all fighting. But ours is really good. This gives us a lot more leeway when the rain comes. Oh, he's right on the back here. He's right on the back of him. He's lining up an overtake here. We might be able to stretch. I think he wants us to go past. And I know what, I might... Well, I'm going through again, I think. So, Joe is going past Leclerc, and... yeah, he's got DRS, so that will help him down the straight. And we are back in front. So this Haas, conserving what it can, leads the Brazilian Grand Prix on lap 10. So this race is warming up quite nicely. We've got rain coming on lap 28 roughly. So in 18 laps time the rain will come. This is all about trying to get to that rain, or change the conditions in the best possible position, and we are burning out Leclerc's tyres. Leclerc is not enjoying this. So going up the hill here, we are doing our best here. They're struggling, even with DRS, they're struggling to get past us. We struggle out the acceleration, but towards top speed we are better. So yeah. So I wonder if Leclerc is now doing a conserved job. Now is Leclerc going to go up the inside? We know from previous that the inside is not the best way to overtake here, because if Joe hangs on around the outside, which he is, he then has the inside. So this is not a done move. There we go. and back up the inside. So, okay, then Leclerc will have the inside, but then it goes back to Joe for this next part. So Leclerc trying to hang on, but the door is getting closed, and that's another failed attempt. So Leclerc cannot get through. And he's trying up the inside here, but he must be burning his tyres out. Right, it's a bit closer this time. But it's not easy to overtake on this section. Unlike in real life, this section does not seem to be the overtaking area, and he's going around the outside, which will become the inside, but then will be the outside again. Now, yeah, he should be able to make this work, especially with DRS, but he didn't make it. He didn't make it. And Joe's held on again. This is a world champion at his best. What a performance. It protects us up front, so we're doing a great job conserving tyres, conserving fuel, conserving energy, and we will attack at some point, but we're just waiting for that moment to attack. It's not quite yet. There's part of me that wouldn't mind if Verstappen got past and actually put the hammer down, but Leclerc put the hammer down, but okay, so he's got the outside line, so this will be a successful overtake unless he gets the door closed, and he got the door closed. What a drive by Joe. No. And we carry on for another lap. Oh, now he's got the inside line here, so this is more promising. And Leclerc might finally be through. We've held him off and held him off and held him off. But we can get him back again when we come to the DRS, so at the moment we're just trying to conserve, and then we're going to go for an attack. There we go, out of here and up the hill, and we now have DRS to come back at him. Yeah, he's really used his tyres. This is all going according to plan here. Tactics just to try and wear that Red Bull down. The rain is coming. We're about 10 laps away from this rain coming. And Charles has gone early to defend. It's fine. Right, we've got the energy now, so we're going to start thinking about the push. We're getting closer to push time. And when we push, we're going to explode into an absolute frenzy. We need to get past and go for it. So, Stroll has now been dropped. It's just a case of when do we go. If we commit, we want to make sure we break the DRS, so it's a case of committing at the right time. Right, we're getting lined up here. We may be thinking about having a go here. Oh, he's defending hard there, and he's left the inside line open. That's fine, don't worry. So we're going to keep going here. At the moment we're doing a good conserve job, so I'm not too worried. We've got to make sure we use these tyres wisely. Good evening to all those that are joining. Hope you're enjoying this. This is a tactical masterclass, hopefully, by the new world champion Zhou Guanyu. He's already confirmed the world champion this year, and we're trying our best to win this Brazilian Grand Prix. We've got rain coming on around lap 25, lap 26 if our forecast is to believe. We are conserving behind the Red Bull, who is trying to push hard, and we are going to attack very soon. And once the attack comes, we will go for it. So just biding our time, and I think we're going to have to go for it in the next lap or two. Fuel is good, energy is good, tyres are good. It's just a case of we want to try and wait for the right moment. If we see the right moment, we're going to go for it. Yeah, it's just got to be timed to perfection. Again, the worse his tyres are, the easier this will be for us to make this happen. Last thing I want to do is go in front and then pull away and he follows. We want to pull away and leave him behind. That's the key. The key to winning this race is to make this work. And we're on him now, so maybe this might be an opportunity. If he gets past, we need to probably go for it. I think as soon as he gets past, that's going to be our trigger. Now, is he going through? No, not yet. Also, we can't have too many failed overtakes because that's going to shoot his confidence. Yeah, his confidence is going down. I think now maybe the time to go. We're going for it now. This is it. This is the time to go for it. Where his confidence is starting to drop, we're going to go for it. We're going to pull the pin. We're pulling the pin now. Before that confidence gets drained, we're going to go for this. So, now, big question, can we pull the gap? 0.6. 0.7. Need to try and get to that second. It's 0.9. He might just do it. He gets out new cow. It's 1 second. He's done it. Wonderful. He's blasted away. Here we go. Just turn that down a little bit. We are going for it. This is it. This is the move to try and win this race.
Fuel. Copy.
We've got the tyres. Now we're going to use them. What a move this is. This is a world champion at his ultimate best. Superb. 2 second gap now. We're using everything we've got to try and break that gap as much as we can. Tyres should be fine. We've been conserving, waiting, and now we go. Oh, look at this, 2.6. This is expert. 2.8. Right, so now we just got to get ready for the rain and make sure we do it at the right time. But what a lap. Oh, it's a yellow flag somewhere. Please not a safety car. So VSC, okay, that's not too bad. VSC we can live with.
Sure what's happened. Seems to be Perez though. As we look to Decido de Lago. Tries to get by. Has to be said, that was pretty risky. And I don't think there's a lot of doubt as to which car came off worse there.
Okay. As long as there's no safety car, we're okay. Virtual is fine, we can deal with that. So that nullifies the race. It gives us a chance to re-energize ourselves because we used all our energy to pull away. So this means the rain will come a bit early. When's this rain coming? Here it is, here it is. Right, it's not hard enough yet. So it's going to rise up steeply, so maybe next lap we come in. We need to get ready to box. It looks quite heavy, doesn't it? Now, is it going to be full on wets? It's going to be close. I think it's this Inter, so I think we're going to be in this lap. And I think it's going to land just at the right point for us. So it's 0.23 at the moment, 0.24. I think we have to come in this lap, don't we? Come on, rain a bit harder. Just make our life a bit easier. Come on, rain harder. This needs to rain a lot harder for us. Oh, this is making the decision a lot tougher. Because it's still technically dry. Oh, come on, rain a bit more. Ah, this is horrible. I think we're going to have to stay out one more lap. It's just not heavy enough. It's not heavy enough to warrant coming in yet. No, it's a short lap. We're going to stay out. It's not heavy enough yet. They may come in now. It's just not heavy enough for us at the moment. Yeah, they're coming in. Well, no, they're all coming in. Stroll has, and Tsunoda, Verstappen, and Mercedes haven't. It's just not wet enough yet. It will be next time round. But yeah, this is the right thing to do. Do one more lap. 0.69, 0.7. I think, yeah, it's going to have to be now. So at least we shouldn't have any into it. Hi there, you alright? So yeah, we're going to box. I think it has to be this lap now. So we've got a nice 7.4 gap over Norris and Leclerc. We've built that up really nicely. Okay, so we are going to box this lap and get on to a nice set of inters. So I'm very good, thank you. Are you alright?
Copy, box.
So in comes Joe Ranyu.
Joe Pellet.
Now we need a clean stop here. We don't want any errors. Any errors, and that could put us under pressure. Norris comes in. So all being well, we should come out. It's just gone to damp now, so we did time that right. So we timed that well, and it's a solid stop. That's pretty much a bog standard for us. So we will retain the lead. We want to get the tyres up to temperature. So it's 27 seconds for a total pit stop. Stroll is a fair bit behind us. So yeah, all good. Safely navigated the pit stops. So get those up to temperature. So I don't think it's going to get wet enough. It's certainly not going to get wet. Oh, hope you enjoyed that YouTube video. Yeah, no, but it's a good game to play, and it's a good one to watch. I've enjoyed doing those videos and putting them on YouTube. So yeah, this is obviously the Brazilian Grand Prix. Fair enough. So yeah, what we're seeing here is the new world champion driving brilliantly. By cooling the tyres down, we are actually pulling away. What's the lap times? Yeah, 3/10 quicker than Stroll. So, and his tyres are getting older. So this is like the good old days of earlier the season where we dominated. I'm enjoying this. It's been a while since we've dominated a race quite like this. Although this is not quite domination, I'd say. This is more controlled. We're just controlling the pace, controlling what we do. Temperature's now in the nice window. We're now up to 8 seconds. Yeah, this is just nice because the first 3 or 4 races we dominated and we were winning by 10, 20, 30 seconds even. Then obviously we didn't do any development. We developed the car for next year, so obviously our performance has just been slowly but surely just dropping down. And Red Bull have obviously caught us up a bit. Even Alpine have been really quick recently. And yeah, it's just been very difficult. We've run out of parts a little bit. Like, we could have given Porsche a new engine and a new ERS, but we've won the championship. The Drivers' Championship's over, the Constructors' Championship's over. So for me, I'd rather park the car as long as we fulfill the sponsors' needs and fulfill the board's needs. Yeah, so basically, well, you research parts. Obviously, you've got the chassis. No, the engines you can't do any development on. Obviously, you can pick your engine at the start of the season. If you're not Ferrari, Mercedes, or Red Bull, or Alpine, you can choose what engine you have. So this year, the Haas is running a Renault engine. Last year, we were running a Red Bull engine. So you can change the engine. And also they've got different specifications. We went for the Renault because it's more reliable. It's not as powerful, but it's more reliable, because if you blow an engine, if you need to get a fourth part, it's 5 million. Now 5 million could be spent on researching new front wings, rear wings, suspension, underfloor, the chassis, side pods. I'd rather spend 5 million on that than next year and spend it on this year's car, because this clear car has won the championship. So I don't see the value in investing in this car anymore. This car is done. It's done the job, and we want to try and dominate next year. Job is done. 9-second gap. Tyres still good. Leclerc falling back. But yeah, this has just been masterful. I have to say, this has been probably one of our most impressive weekends. Like, of all the races that we've had this season, this has been the one where we turned up. We knew we'd probably be contenders, but we'd probably be second best. In qualifying, we were second best. In fact, we were third best in qualifying. It was Leclerc, Piastri, who had a penalty for the actual race, and then us. So we were the third best car in qualifying. Somehow we just managed to win the sprint race. Just a bit of tactics, a bit of luck. For some reason Leclerc's pace just disappeared in the sprint race. I don't know what happened there. And then we just played games with, and Leclerc's in. Leclerc's tyres have gone off. He'll have fresh tyres now, but it's 27 seconds to make a pit stop, so good luck to all those that pit. We don't need to pit again. We can go to the end on these tyres. Yeah, so we just basically held up Leclerc and used his tyres up. And it seems Leclerc's going to used up his inters as well, because we burnt up his soft tyres and he's now going to burnt up his inters. So, yeah, all good. Car part wise, how's our powertrain looking? That's good. We've not used the engines. We've got to try and get these 3 parts through Las Vegas and Abu Dhabi. So, all being well, Joe can race to the end of the season. Porsche unfortunately hasn't got any life left, but we are comfortable.
How many laps to go?
This has been good. 3 laps to go.
3 laps to go.
Right, I'm going to come back in this. Well, no, I won't do it just yet. I'm going to come back in a minute. So, 2 laps to go now. Just needs to take everything easy, low risk, avoid the curbs, driving clean air, don't do anything daft. Don't do anything daft, and he's through, so that's good. So I'm just going to be back in a second. So I've just thought I'd get my hat. Cena's we're about to win the Brazilian Grand Prix. This is a great result. Obviously I'm a fan of Senna, so to win the Brazilian Grand Prix in this fashion is immense. And here we go now. Zhou Guanyu, 2026 World Champion, on his last lap of Interlagos, Brazil. What a drive. Didn't expect to win today. He won the sprint. And if you watch back the first 15-20 laps of this race, you'll see why I'm ecstatic about this drive. This drive has been something else. This has been... I don't think you'll see many better drives. Like, Pourchaire did a great job in Monaco. That sticks into my memory. But what Zhou did here has been different class. You know what, I'm going to just turn the engine down as well on this. No point using the engine. I probably should have done that earlier, to be honest. But here we go. The world champion wins in Brazil. I have to say that has been one of the greatest drives ever, I think. What a win. What a win. The drought is over. We've lost the last 2 or 3 races.
Zhou first over the line. What a win there. There you have it. It's a win for Zhou.
Astounding. I don't think anyone would deny them their victory lap after a race like that.
And we'll get to see the podium because Tsunoda and Stroll are current F1 drivers, so we will get to see the podium. Yeah, it might be a while until this lot come in, so I'm going to fast forward it because, yeah, it's a lot of gaps.
Zhou Guanyu put it all together today for an excellent drive.
An inspired strategy from the team there. What a well-deserved win that was.
We may see these kind of scenes a lot in Formula One, but it's easy to forget just what it means to the whole team. A wonderful reception for Zhou Guanyu as he takes his place on the podium.
The wins just keep coming and coming. We'll be running out of superlatives at this rate, Crofty.
And that means, here in Sao Paulo, it's party time. Now, Karun, I'd be really keen to know, how do you think the Haas team will be reflecting on today's result?
They'll be absolutely delighted to have picked up the win here. What a great outcome that is for the team.
And from our team in Sao Paulo, a big thank you for joining us this weekend.
The next round of the season will see Formula One return to the States as the glitz and the glamour of Las Vegas awaits.
Ah, what a win. And he got the fastest lap as well. Look at that fastest lap compared to everyone at a 1:11.82. The next best is a 1:12 by Charles. That was when we blitzed it and pushed the hammer down. The perfect weekend for Zhou. Sprint win, race win, fastest lap, pole position. Didn't get it qualifying, but that doesn't count for anything. And there he is, the world champion. He's won 13 races this year. Unlucky for some, but not for Zhou. He can't be caught with 2 races to go, so yeah, that was one probably a couple of races ago, to be honest. I wasn't counting. 9 fastest laps, 17 podiums. Incredible. And there's our performance. We made it up to 814. We're not going to get too much more than that, but that's 15 wins for the season out of 21. Unfortunately, we hadn't done too well in the last couple of races, but back to winning ways. So yeah, don't worry about pit stops. We're still not got the pit stops going yet. We need to work out how to get those pit stops better. But yeah, a great weekend. And we now will move on to the next race. I hope you've enjoyed watching the Brazilian Grand Prix. I'm going to move on.